Hey guys, it's Jack the Vegan Dad here. Today I'm going to be showing you my monthly food shop at Woolworths, Aldi and the fruit and veg shop. So if you're unfamiliar with this, we try to spend about $720 a month entirely for a family of 4. So my wife, myself and my 2 young boys. And we kind of go once a month to Woolworths and Aldi and the fruit shop, and then we also go to Costco as well. So for this monthly bulk purchase shop, we try to spend about $240 and then $170 at Costco. And then throughout the month, once a week, we try to top that up with some essential items from like fruit and veg shops. So we try to spend about $50-$60 there. And then we also buy any other items that we may be running low on or we have forgotten. So in total, $720 a month. So I'll be showing you what we've purchased this month now. So first off, we started off with Aldi. So we generally try to just go here maybe once a month. We don't normally need too much beyond that. So it's normally just a bit of bulk items to kind of bulk it out throughout. So we started off with some almond milk. So the boys generally have these in smoothies or just, a drink of almond milk if they like. So they're about $2 each, not too bad value. My wife, the soy milk into her teas. We also put it into some cooking recipes, the same with almond milk. So we generally try to go through maybe 2 or 3 soy milks once a month, and then maybe 2 almond milk. So I overbought last month on the soy milk, so we only need 1 to probably get us by. If run low, I can also buy that during the month. So I haven't seen these before at Aldi, but I got told about them from a viewer, so I jumped on board. I haven't tried them before, so really keen to get into it. So the Aldi sell now red lentil spirals pastas, and also I think it was chickpea pasta as well. So these are about $3 for this size, which is a little bit more expensive compared to your normal traditional white pasta, but the health benefits of red lentil pasta or chickpea pasta is definitely up there. Less processed, a lot better for you. So really keen to get into these. We got the taco seasoning. We try to have burritos or tacos maybe once a month, so it's a fun little dish for the boys. So easy to make. Just I normally do my burrito mix with just some beans, sweet potato, and then mix in the taco seasoning, diced tomatoes, and onion, salt, pepper, garlic, all that sort of stuff. So that's really easy. Kids love it. Finger food. So we got the organic tomato paste that generally lasts us maybe 1 tin a month. So I only add in a little bit into some meals here or there. So it just kind of gives a bit more flavor. The general stock up on beans and chickpeas and lentils and all that sort of stuff. So great for protein, all of these. So kind of just bulk up your meals really. So it's really handy to have a couple cans on hand for this. So I already have some in the pantry, but always stock up at least 3 or 4 cans of each of these a month. So really helpful for our meals and kind of keeping everyone full. Sausages, we didn't really have too many of these last month, so I only just bought 1 packet. It's normally the kids that only eat these. My wife and myself don't really have the sausages very much, but they've actually kind of gone off them, so I don't know if we'll buy these next month. But they're pretty tasty. They're probably one of the best vegan sausages out there. Only $5 as well, so really good value. If you've been paying attention, we're trying to go a bit more whole food with our food shops now and our diet. So we're trying to stick away from processed food items. So this is where we're kind of developing now that myself, my wife and our 2 kids are having oats in the morning. So I know you got your rolled oats, you got your quick oats, and I know there's another form of oats which are probably the best for you, but in terms of it being heavily processed, but these are a great source to keep you full. We add some berries into them in the morning. Kids love it, we love it. Keeps us full for ages. Also bought some coconut cream and coconut milk just to add into some recipes, soups, kind of make sauces with these as well. Good for sweets. There's a couple items I use these for, so normally just 1 or 2 tin of these each month, so that'll get us by. We try to have a lot of fresh produce, but I find personally with your peas, your green beans and your broccoli, I find it's easier for me, a lot more convenient as well to buy the frozen. So I just chuck it into rice dishes, pasta dishes. I make up my soups with the frozen broccoli. It's a lot easier. And yeah, it's not too bad if you go and get frozen. Otherwise, I generally just buy a lot of fresh produce as well. So this Aldi shop costs us about $90. A lot of items aren't actually showed. Well, not a lot of items. There's a couple items. One of our kids is still in nappies, so we bought some nappies, some baby wipes, and we bought some cat food for our cat. But overall, $90 for all this, and then plus some other essentials isn't too bad. So now over to our Woolworths shop. Very small shop. Like I said before, we're trying to get away from all the processed sort of foods. So this is pretty much left of what we have that's processed. So we don't really have a lot of these, but every now and then we try to cook up Parmas. They're really tasty, these ones actually. So yeah, I just put some maybe fake ham or just cheese and tomato paste on it, and that's about it. Do a salad with them. The cheese itself, we put it on pizzas, we do bolognese, we do lasagnas. This is what we use them for, burritos as well. So we can't seem to find ourselves getting away from the grated cheese just yet. But generally 2 packets of these a month is all that we need. And Abbots Village rye bread is generally for the boys. They have toast, so that's what they have, or sandwiches. Not very common that we have bread, so we only probably buy 1 or 2 of these a month. We had some leftovers still in the freezer, so I only had to get 1. If you've been paying attention to our earlier videos, we trialed this out a couple months ago. About $7 a loaf with that amount. It really makes a difference, the seed loaf. So we don't have a lot of bread or toast, so this is very rare for us. So maybe 1 or 2 slices every so often. So that'll last us. Onion powder and garlic powder. They were just kind of little top ups for our little spices. Always good to have onion and garlic into your meals. Really make a difference adding some flavor. A lot of the time I just buy the fresh garlic and onion, but you know, sometimes it's nice to just put a bit of powder into it as well. And finally, we've got the yeast, nutritional yeast flakes. So Woolworths used to sell these, and then I don't know what happened, but they got rid of them. And then obviously they've formulated a new kind of, I don't know, formula, I guess. So obviously these are really good for your vitamin B12. So as vegans, it is kind of hard to come across B12. So these are good to add into your meals, so to give that little cheesy flavor. So we generally just try to put them into the meals to make up a cheese sauce or put it on your bolognese or whatever. But I know a lot of people put it on popcorn as well. But this is really healthy. I think it was only about $9, so quite reasonably priced as well. So all of this Woolworths shop only came in at about $45, I'm pretty sure. There is a couple other items that are missing that are just kind of household essentials that we needed to buy from Woolworths that we couldn't get from Aldi, which aren't pictured. But yeah, about $45 for Woolworths, $90 for Aldi. So going really good so far, on our way to $240 a month. And finally, we've got our fruit and veg shop. Yeah, we just buy a variety of items. So we've got apples. They last us probably that amount, probably once a week. So obviously myself and my boys or my wife have an apple a day or every so often. Watermelon we chop up. Kids love the watermelon. Sweet potato is nice to add into some meals as well. Red onion for salads. So we bought some avocados, which are really good for your essential fatty acids. They're really good for that. Your good fats really. So we add them into a couple meals. The boys love it in a guacamole, so a little dipping sort of thing. I'm gonna be making some homemade spring rolls, so I'm gonna probably chuck these into it. I haven't really played around with this much before in the past, so I'm really interested to kind of get a few ideas of what to use them for. Bananas, that'll last us probably maybe once a week, if that. The boys are probably having 1 or 2 bananas a day, so it goes really quick. Capsicum, add it into a lot of meals as well. Probably 2 will probably last us once a week. Kale, I generally haven't really tried much with kale in the past, but I know how important it is. So kale is one of those superfoods really that has packed with everything that you kind of need in your diet. A lot of iron, good for protein, fiber, all your different vitamin and minerals that you kind of require to function. So I want to try to chuck them into a lot of meals. It kind of wilts down really well, so it's kind of easy to chuck into meals. And also a lot of people bang on about kale chips, so I may give that a shot as well. And back here we've got the broccolini, which is always tasty. Just kind of slightly boil it and chuck it into a stir fry or whatever, and that's really tasty. Also got our asparagus here, which is really tasty as well. So you just kind of boil them up slightly, put a little garlic and butter sauce on it, and yummy. And carrots as well, so I chop them up. Kids love carrots. We've already got a pack left over from last week, so I only needed the 1 packet. So we chuck that with hummus, add them into meals as well. So really good variety, a lot of colour. Everyone loves a bit of colour in their fruit and veg, but yeah, can you believe all this only costs about, I think it was about just under $40, so not too bad for a fruit and veg shop. So if you add that up in your head, you got $40 for fruit and veg, about $45 for Woolies, and $90 for Aldi. So if my math is correct, that is $175. So if you listened earlier, I tried to aim for $240 in the bulk food shops. So we were just under $70 under budget. So that's really awesome for us. So we'll probably chuck that on to some other items that we may be running low on, or otherwise we'll just save it for another time. So overall, a very good monthly food shop here this week. So yeah, about $70 under budget. So woohoo! Just goes to show all these items, vegan, very cheap. You can make a lot of meals with this, a lot of health benefits as well. So a lot less processed food. So we're trying to steer away from that kind of lifestyle that we were originally at, kind of being like the junk food vegan, to now kind of going into a more whole food diet. We're not there yet, but we're trying to get there. If you got any advice, please let me know, and I'm always happy to listen. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, chuck us a comment, and yeah. So this video is just kind of to show that veganism is quite cheap if you're smart about it. So catch you guys soon.